But be very careful with the strategy. And this is why. One, you can't do this on people who are too hurt and too traumatized and who have a history of being in these types of one-sided, horrible power dynamics and type of abusive relationships. You can't do this to people like that. They're too battered, they're too beaten, and they're not going to react with pleasure and with wanting more. It's really not going to happen, and it might turn them off and push you away. And most importantly, don't do this too early. You can't be acting harsh and inflicting pain on people early on, right? And the reason why is because they must like you first, right? They need to develop an emotional bond. And this harshness, people, I'm telling you, man, I want to emphasize this. The harshness that I'm not talking about is being evil, abusive. We're not gaslighting people. We're not doing limerence. We're not using people's traumas. We're not doing any of that kind of stuff. Okay, so all these freaking angels out there that love commenting on my videos before watching it, shut the hell up. Okay, watch the video first. Now, I'm not asking you guys to be a bunch of Terminators. I'm not. But what people have to understand is that your niceness doesn't come from a place of from a good place. It comes from a place of fear of displeasing people. And if you get over that fact, to your partners, you're going to be more pleasurable. Because nice people who only show us niceness, people who are always sweet, always forgiving, always there, they're nice, but they bore people to death. Because it's so consistent, and at the end of the day, it's not natural. You are a human animal, and you are complex, and you have complex emotions and contradictions. And for people to truly respect you, they need to see those contradictions, those darker sides to your personality, because it's your darkness, the harshness, is what gives contours, is the contours to your personality. Only showing them a nice, flattened image makes you more two-dimensional, makes you more predictable, and it's boring to people, and you keep people repressed. So we're going to talk about how to use harshness and kindness and why that makes people fall in love. It's truly important, people. And any person that you dated that you genuinely fell in love and that you were there for a long time implemented this, whether they did it on purpose or not. Okay, now understand this. Be careful with this strategy. Okay, maybe I should put this in the beginning. By the way, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, and you guys want to apply the strategy on how to mix harshness and kindness without going to prison and without going to hell, you guys can schedule a one-on-one phone call or scan the QR code, work with me one-on-one. You can see it right there. And then you'll be able to get one-on-one consultation with me on how to apply the strategy without going straight to hell, people. Okay, so let's begin. Let's continue with the video. Click in the description down below to work with me one-on-one, or just scan the QR code, or else I'm closing the channel. So remember, to apply this, they must like you first. And the reason why is because your harshness is used as an intensifier. You know, it intensifies what's already there. Okay, and harshness isn't absence, by the way, people. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not absence. So it's actually kind of different. You use absence in the beginning at first. When you first get to meet people, you do use absence, right? Because it makes people think about you and fantasize about you. This strategy is really about creating the love and intensify. Why am I going like this? And intensifying. This says a lot about me if I'm doing this, man. What you have, and what I want you to remember, and this is something that I learned in my life, is that your niceness draws people in. That is a fact. Your niceness draws people in, makes people warm, makes people want to be around you, but it loses all of its effect pretty quickly. They need tension, right? If you're just nice, there's no tension. People need tension, and it is created through creating a sense of anxiety and suspense, right? And that suspense is something that nice people just don't have, right? It's the same suspense you feel, and this is why I think online dating is so horrible, because online dating removes the suspense, right? The suspense of, I met you and I don't know if you like me. I met you and I don't know if you're into me. I have to wait a few weeks to find that out. I suppose with online, it's much quicker. So there's no tension. There's anxiety, but there's no tension. And that's why relationships that you meet through online, it isn't just the fact that you don't know them, you don't know their history, but it's also there's a different quality when you go through that tension of finding out whether or not they like you. Like, there is a different quality, and that's why tension here is so important. You guys can use that analogy of dating as an analogy that you need the tension. And just niceness destroys it all, right? So you must create it. Your niceness comes from a fear of displeasing. Get over that fear and it'll bring you great power to please. Why? Because people will forgive your harshness. That's what nice people don't understand. People will forgive your niceness. They're more forgiving of that than you imagine, right? Your fear of not being nice is because you think that they're not gonna forgive you. What you have to understand is that you have to understand human nature. You don't know people. That's why you're afraid of the strategy. You don't know them. People genuinely want to feel like they want to play the victim. People love playing the victim. Have you not paid attention to that? People love playing the victim. They love complaining about their partners. They love complaining about that something's wrong with their lives. People love to do that. They love to feel bad about themselves. And you have the magical power of them, of giving them the ability to play the victim, but also removing the pain from them. You're going to be the source of pain and the source of pleasure. And what you have to understand, this is the dynamic in every one of our relationships that we love someone. The one that we love the most has also inflicted the most pain. That's just how it is. It's truly that simple. And when you're too nice, you're overriding a natural part of relationships. Your niceness is literally not natural. It's not a natural part of how humans genuinely have connections with each other. We all displease each other. And if you remove people the ability for them to displease you, it's almost like removing a child from bad bacteria. You're gonna make that little motherfucker allergic to everything on this planet, okay? Anyways. So remember, what you're doing is creating tension so that you could remove it. You're playing a song with their emotions, and the song is love, with the different notes of pain and pleasure. All right. And when you do that, I'm telling you, most of your relationships, they're going to be deeply in love with you, but also deeply respect you. All right, if you guys enjoy these videos about stoicism, dating, relationships, self-help, moving up in life, I would recommend you guys check out some of my courses that I have for sale. These courses are courses for men and women. For example, Nice Girl, Nice Guy is a course about how to become more assertive. Natural Chemistry is a course for women that I have on how to develop strong relationships. Dark Game is a controversial course that I have for guys on how to attract women in their life and keep it. It's not as dark as it seems, but we do talk about some dark psychology in here. Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that we made for women who are single. And as you see, we have a course about how to develop charisma, emotional mastery, which is a course about how to develop a meditation practice and how to improve your emotional life, to become more resilient, to not let rejection hit you so hard, to be able to bounce back from failure. I have a course called Nice Guy, which is a course for guys who are single and guys who want to be able to develop more assertiveness training, right? Most of these courses come at $99. And there you could also purchase the bundle where you guys can purchase all of the courses in one go at a discounted rate, right? We have a bundle for women and a bundle for men. So click in the description down below to check them out. You could browse around and see the courses that you like. And if you don't like them, you guys can ask for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'll give you guys the money back, okay? And in fact, we actually have a new one for women right now we're developing. It's called The Feminine Woman. So if you're a woman watching, this course is specifically to help women become more feminine, to embrace their feminine while embracing their masculine energy. And I'm actually going to make a course for that, like that for men, which is called a Masculine Man, which is a course on how to develop masculinity and develop masculine energy, to attract women in your life, to attract business success in your life, to be able to be better socializing, to read people better. It's truly an all-around course. So if you guys want to check out those courses, click on the description down below where it says purchase the courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.